This is Rick Rule for Rule Investment Media, sponsors of the Boca Raton Natural Resources Investment Symposium. The purpose of today's interview is to allow attendees to the Natural Resources Investment Symposium to know more about the exhibitors ahead of the symposium so that you can make the most of the time that you have at the symposium. 4 days is not enough time to absorb all the information that we're going to throw at you. So you need to be well prepared when you come to the symposium so that you can attend the presentation and visit in the booths in a very focused and practiced manner. The next interviewee, Keith Jacobsen, has been a friend of the Natural Resources Symposium, Investment Symposium, for many years, and a conference attendee and high standing for a very long time at various conferences. This is Keith Jacobsen, CEO of International Coin Alliance. Keith, thank you for subjecting yourself to this interview, and thank you, too, for your sponsorship of the Natural Resources Investment Symposium.
You're very welcome. It's our pleasure.
Tell me something about the nature of your coin and bullion business. We should say at the beginning of the discussion that you have dealt traditionally in collectibles and high-quality numismatics and in bullion coins. Tell us something about the nature of the International Coin Alliance today.
Well, we started ICA about 7 or 8 years ago. I was affiliated with some of the biggest corporations that deal in high-quality international rarity numismatics, and it got to be such a big corporate entity that I didn't fit that mold too well. And we started ICA to go a little bit more old school. We treat people the way we want to be treated. We answer our phone. You don't press 1 for English or 2 for customer service. You know, we're here for you. Our mission statement is to help you improve and add value to your collection and your portfolio at the very, very best prices possible. We're a smaller company. We don't have the big overhead that the big guys have, but we certainly have all the very scarce, unique products that are going to help improve and add value to your collection and portfolio.
So am I right to say that the investor that you want to serve is more one who is interested in rare and collectibles rather than bullion, or is that an incorrect statement?
We help some of our clients with their bullion transactions, but our specialty is in the real scarce, unique, rare items that you're not going to find at every local coin dealer.
And my hope, this is by way of a question and a statement, is that you're going to bring some rare and unique inventory down to Boca Raton so that people will have the opportunity to see firsthand in a tangible fashion what it is you do for a living. Is that a correct assumption?
That is very correct. I actually happened to, I think I showed you one a little earlier, and I don't know if we're going to.
I was trying to tease that visual out of you, Keith, so.
Okay, well, in that case, allow me. First of all, anybody that stops by our exhibit will get a free gift from us. It's a coin gift honoring the 60th anniversary of JFK's passing. Just a nice little keepsake $50 that will be yours just for stopping by the booth. When we go to these different, the way we acquire the real scarce, unique items is I go to the World's Money Fair over in Berlin every year. All the mints in the world get together to show off all their new coin designs. And this year, the best of show at the World Money Fair was at the Perth Mint. It was the 60th anniversary of Bond, James Bond. They struck a 5-ounce, .999 pure gold legal tender coin. They only minted 60 of them for the 60th anniversary. They inlaid 60 diamonds into the 007 logo, hand-set diamonds. The allocation that we got here in the U.S. was a mere 15 coins. I've saved 2 of them for the Rule Symposium. So you can stop by our exhibit and take a peek at that one. We've just got so much stuff. I don't want to give everything away right now, but we've got gifts for you. We're going to have drawings every hour. We're giving away the King to Queen 1-ounce silver Queen Elizabeth to King Charles. We've got a Royal Canadian Mint maple leaf, the last maple leaf with Queen Elizabeth on the back instead of King Charles. A lot of real scarce, rare, unique items that we think have a great chance of performing on the secondary market.
And in terms of the collectibles, people often describe them as fairly illiquid. Do you have a facility where you can buy back these coins? Do you introduce people to other investors? How is it that you deal with the illiquid part of the rarities business?
Yeah, we go through that in our workshop, Rick, and I'll give you a little, kind of a breakdown on it right now. When you're investing in numismatics, the number one advantage is non-reportable. Whether you're buying $100,000 worth of collectible coins or $1,000, we're not required to report any transaction whatsoever to any government agency. So it's 100% private. Nobody knows you own it but you. It's also transferable. If you want to give something to your kids or the grandkids or the niece or the nephew, you take delivery on the coins. We don't store them in an offshore vault that may or may not exist. You actually take delivery on them. And then once you take delivery, you do whatever you want with them. You can give them to anybody you'd like. And then they're also portable. A lot of people want to retire in Panama or Costa Rica or wherever. You can take the coins all over the world with you wherever you go. So those are the advantages. Now, the disadvantages, we're fully transparent. We go through that as well. You hit on it. If you're buying bullion, you always know what your bullion's worth. You call your broker 3 days later, you get a check when you're ready to sell. It does not work like that with collectibles. First of all, you need to hang on to your coins. We suggest 3 to 4 to 5 years, 7 years sometimes. Give the coins a little bit of time to appreciate in value. And then when you're ready to liquidate them, you do not want to bring them down to the local coin dealer because he wants to buy them so he can turn around and resell them. Your best way to liquidate is through the auction. You've got the dealer there, the investor there, the collector is there. So you're generally going to realize your greatest profits through the auction. The markets have shifted a little bit today with the technology and all the online stuff that's going on, but there are a lot of different online auctions, and we can kind of help steer you in the right direction when you're ready to do that.
Keith, I'm delighted to hear you talk about the holding periods involved. When I visit with investors, many of them have trouble holding an investment over a long weekend, which suggests to me that they don't know enough about the investment to begin with. Most of the real money I've made in investing, and this includes some forays into numismatics, has involved, as you suggest, a holding period of between 3 and 6 years, as you also suggest, allowing it to mature. Could you talk a little bit about the enhancement of value in rare items that occurs simply as a function of time?
Well, if I understand the question correctly, you want to know a little bit of history on the performance of a few different items. Is that accurate?
Well, simply, if there's a fairly scarce item, the very scarcity of the item, the fact that it is known in the collector's community, but in effect, the supply becomes tighter and tighter over time, all by itself enhances value. You talked about, as an example, the 007 commemorative, in effect. If there are 50 of those minted, how many James Bond fans are there worldwide? How many of them are wealthy enough to want one? As some of these things, in effect, go into collectibles heaven, which is to say that they're never going to come available for sale. The value, or at least the price, the transactional price of the remaining ones, can almost only go up over time. Am I correct in that?
It's very, very accurate. Now, I don't have a crystal ball, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you if you buy a bond coin today, it's going to double in value in the next 2 years. I can't tell you that. But I can tell you for many, many years, a lot of the different coin companies have been trying to get the rights to have bonds struck as a coin. You see the Superman coins, you see the Spider-Man coins, you see the Batman coins. 3 years ago, they finally got the rights from the Fleming family to strike a 5-ounce silver James Bond coin. They minted 999 5-ounce silver coins, 5-ounce silver with the 007 logo and the Aston Martin, and looking down the barrel. We sold those for $1,150. Now we focus on the primary market. We don't focus on the secondary market. But about 6 months after we offered those to our clients and completely sold out of our allocation, we get an email from one of our clients, and he said, "Have you seen what's happened to the bond coin?" And we said, "No, we haven't." He sent us a link. That bond coin was selling for $3,000. A month after that, it was up to $4,000. It's tapered off a little bit since then. But yes, the demand far, far exceeds the supply on the real scarce, unique items like that. I buy the stuff because I like it. I justify it because I think it's a great way to put away for ourselves or the kids or who knows who gets it, the grandkids. And, if you're buying it and you're going to watch the price on it every 6 weeks or over a long weekend, wonder how much it's gone up in value, this isn't the type of thing that's for you. But if you like special things and you're not opposed to putting them away for a while and forgetting about it, it might be something you want to stop by and talk to us about.
Well, Keith, thank you. This is an absolutely fascinating area of precious metals that I know absolutely nothing about. So I'm delighted that you will bring this service in particular to the collectors in the natural resources investment community. We thank you for subjecting yourself, as I say, to this interview, and we thank you too for your appearance at and support of the Natural Resources Investment Symposium. Thanks again for your time.
My pleasure.